Pressure that mounts, the nerves, they do get to you, of course they do. Yeah. But he's shown that, I mean, he was 2-0 down in the last game. Literally the last minute he had to score, he did. They both have similar style of play, and I think that's what makes this such an enticing game. But if he can stop Etorrito scoring right off the bat, Adam, which as we get this underway, Etorrito is tacking left to right. We'll see here right now. Let's see how quickly Etorrito gets this moving. It's going to be quick. It's going to be fast.
It is indeed, as Maitland-Niles picks it up already on the left-hand side. He's got to stop him early doors here, you feel, Faden, because if he can't, Etorrito always starts quickly, and he's got a chance here through Iwobi, but cleared away. And we've said time and time again how good he is in the opening 10 to 15 minutes, and right from the offset, he's in again here. Mkhitaryan tries to cross it in. He can't get out. He's boxed in. It's still Hector Bellerin in towards Iwobi. He's got to ride this storm out if he's to get. It's off the crossbar.
Is that it?
Is it got over the line?
Is that
all eyes on the referee? What has he given here?
I don't know. As a foul, is something given? We have no idea. That came off the bar. Oh,
it's gone out of play, but it's gone over the line, but not the line that Etorrito wanted. Of course, he has a corner now to be taken on this near touchline from Maitland-Niles. He needs to get this out here, Faden, and it only goes as far as Hector Bellerin back in towards Iwobi, still camped inside the box.
Goal!
And that's how good he is, Ricky.
Yeah, it was a question. Can the young boy 16 ride out the storm? No, he can't. Etorrito takes a drink, takes a little bit of composure, and yeah, what a start, Adam.
I mean, that was absolutely incredible, and anyone watching at home wanting to know what Etorrito can do in a semi-final, remember, I mean, Faden's not even touched the ball.
No, he hasn't. It's been an onslaught for the opening 7-8 minutes. You know, this is why he is so good. This is why he is the reigning champion. He just doesn't stop. Can the young boy now get back into this?
I said in the last game Etorrito played against Very Sutton how suffocating Etorrito was in terms of not allowing him to get out of even his own 20-yard area, and it's exactly what's happened again here. Every time Faden got the ball in that opening 5 minutes, he won it back straight away, and of course it resulted in that opening goal of the first semi-final, and you can only see one-way traffic at this moment in time, Ricky.
Yeah, now we've got to see what the young boy from Indonesia can do, but the pressure's back on him again. Etorrito works it forward. Danny Welbeck, Mkhitaryan looking to play it through. Great save. Brilliant stop by Leno. And that's what you need, a little bit of quality in goal every now and then. Now he's got to make the most of this attack down the right-hand side. Lays it inside. Maitland-Niles dispossessed.
Aubameyang picks the ball up and finds Iwobi. Back to Aubameyang again. This is really, really promising period of possession and pressure from Etorrito, and Faden needs to weather the storm and just remain the one goal behind, as Aubameyang now has the chance to mount an attack here for the man from Southeast Asia. And I mean, it's probably nice for him, Ricky, just to breathe a sigh of relief from that early onslaught.
Yeah, just needs to get a little bit of, you know, possession, calm it down a little bit. Still a lot of time to play, and as this longer goes on with a 1-0, he'll give himself a little bit more confidence. He's worked it well. He's looked to whip that one in back post. There's a header. Good save.
Good save indeed from Petacek. Didn't really trouble him too much though, but it's you know, promising for that man. It's into again towards Aubameyang, tries to turn and shoot. Can he pull the trigger? Oof. Great defending in the end. A hard-in-the-mouth moment for some of the fans who wanted the referee to point to the spot. He was unmoved and waved away the appeals back in towards the danger area again. This is really good play here from the young 16-year-old wonder kid from Indonesia, but again, Etorrito this time weathers it.
Now, yeah, looked to try and break, but lost possession. Now he's got a chance, though, because they've been caught down the line. Here's Welbeck, surely one-on-one. Will he lay it square? No, and then it just fired past the post. Danny Welbeck, he's been pretty prolific today, Danny, but couldn't score, Adam. I mean, on his weaker foot, right foot, maybe it's in.
It's a weaker foot, Ricky, but I'm honestly shocked by the fact that we're not seeing 2-0 on the scoreboard, because Etorrito has been absolutely clinical in front of goal today, and well, it's a real let-off for Faden. Can he mount the well? He can't even get the ball back again. This is once again that suffocating pressure. That press is back with Etorrito, the 21-year-old world champion from Italy. Now it's Danny Welbeck again. Can't quite find that final pass.
Oh, now he's got to try and defend the Italian as Lacazette picks it up. Just biding a little bit of time. They do, you know, they're a little bit slower, Faden, you say, with the way he plays. Etorrito is a one-off, very unique player. He's just so quick with the way he thinks about players to move this way, that way, and also defensively very solid as well. Lacazette now has been caught, but a chance for the free kick maybe.
Yeah, well, of course, in the last game, Feyenoord came from 2-0 down to go through to this stage, but Etorrito's a different cookie altogether. It's very, very difficult once you concede to him to come back into the game, but if anyone could do it, you feel Feyenoord might be one of those players. As Medley, chance to get the shot away, blocked again. Now Torreira. I mean, how impressed with you are? How impressed with you are? That's not good. How impressed are you with Etorrito's defensive play in the last year or so as well?
Yeah, he's been working on it because he was never this. I mean, he's better than he was at the regionals. He really has been working on whatever he has been working on, which is everything. But defensively, certainly has been an element of his game coming up to the last 15 minutes, and hasn't been too much of a scare for him. Looking for number 2. He's had a couple of sniffs for that second goal. Maitland-Niles got caught. Referee plays advantage. Mkhitaryan, lovely ball, cuts it back and into the arms of Leno.
He needs to get to half-time here, Feyenoord, because if he goes 2-0 down, you can only see one winner. I don't think in the history of the PES League I've seen, I could be corrected, I haven't seen Etorrito go 2-0 up and not go on to win a game, as Maitland-Niles plays it through towards Mkhitaryan. Now Aubameyang, chance to turn and shoot back to Lacazette. This is really promising play from the Indonesian, as Mkhitaryan still has the ball in the right area in terms of territory, but he just can't get that final. He can't pull the trigger, can he?
No, he closes you down, Etorrito, so quickly. As you said, he sort of suffocates you and you just can't get the ball and do something with it. You have to make the most of your chances. He hasn't had too many, but now Etorrito looking for number 2, lays it back, but couldn't quite get there.
Mkhitaryan, 4 minutes remaining in the first half of the first semi-final of the PES 2019 World Finals, as Torreira now joins the attack for Feyenoord, who, to be fair, even though his final ball hasn't been great, he's still been pretty impressive. But it's another chance here for Etorrito to score a second crucial goal, possibly. What a save that is, and that might be the fingertips which keeps Feyenoord in the competition.
Absolutely, you can see there right at the end of the half, but a bit of a lifeline. But overall, Etorrito's done enough to take the lead and keep it in that first 45 minutes. Of course, second half gets underway. We've switched sides now. Etorrito is attacking right to left, and you know, Adam, he's got to get back in this. Feyenoord, does he need to go early? Does he need to change tactics? What has to be done here?
To be honest, I think he's probably fairly happy with that 1-0 scoreline, because Etorrito has had 2 massive chances that on another day he would have easily scored. So I think he'll be counting his lucky stars right now that it is only 1-0, and of course we know he can come back from adversity, and that could happen again here. Of course, just that 1 goal is always turnable, of course.
Yeah, I think, you know, that could play in the back of the mind of Etorrito, knowing the fact that if he watched that match, and I'm sure he did, he's been watching them all day, this guy can come from behind, so he has to be careful that he doesn't do anything too lapse, lose possession in silly places. We've seen a couple of errors today. It happens, the pressure's on, as we make a couple of alterations early on in this second half.
Very similar formations, of course. Etorrito with the 2 at the top of the 3 in midfield, slightly more attacking, Ricky.
Yeah, I definitely feel that's what it's going to come down to. You know, you have to get those players forward, but you've also got to make the runs. You see lines going across the screen constantly, and that's because they are making those runs through as the ball is fed on. Here is a chance. He would be offside, decides to delay it a little bit. Etorrito now down the left-hand side, but a great challenge. 51 minutes gone here. Still Etorrito, the former 2018 world champion, the current world champion, leads here in the first semi-final. And Iwobi finds Aubameyang. A second goal for Etorrito, you feel, would put him into the final, as Hector Bellerin can't pull the trigger. And we're on a knife edge here, Ricky. Yeah, it's still going. The pressure's on. Back inside, Mkhitaryan, Iwobi. This is where it's relentless for Etorrito, and it's difficult to get the ball out. And really, you feel like the Indonesian man has to clear it. Does well. Aubameyang with a bit of space and time. Could switch it, but decides to take it up the line. As Koscielny comes across, laid inside. Lacazette just biding his time. Nice little fake there, Mkhitaryan. But once again, Etorrito showing his defensive quality.
Indeed, even though you feel that Etorrito's been a little bit lax in front of goal himself. You've still got to be impressed with how Feiden's managed to sort of contain the Italian beast right now as he plays it in towards Danny Welbeck, and another chance. And you feel the longer the game goes on, Ricky, the more chance, the higher chance, the bigger chance that Feiden's got of actually producing a shock upset here.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, definitely as this game draws on, he's going to get a little bit more confident, but he has to make the most of these chances. And he certainly has been working on the set pieces. I believe he scored from a corner in the last game, which he worked very, very well. Playing this on the edge of the box, will it be similar? We'll find out. But yeah, it's all important now. We're into the semi-finals, and changes, minute changes, could be key.
Not quite the goal fest we had on our last stream together, Ricky, but equally as tantalising to cast on, because for many different reasons it's been a true epic, as well as it's played in towards Lacazette, headed away only as far as Willock. Another chance here for the 16-year-old, but he's been dispossessing it.
Dangerous.
This could be really costly on the counter-attack as Aubameyang picks it up over the halfway line. Support in the middle, can't pull the trigger. Again, brilliant defending.
Yeah, great play. And but he's lost possession himself. There's the nerves kicking in, making the wrong passes. Torreira's got players peeling away, ball over the top, looking for Ketia, but yeah, it is very, I thought there'd be more goals in this, but they are cancelling each other out.
You did say to me, absolute goal fest before we started off air. Unfortunately for you, it isn't, but it's still been, as I said, a very, very enjoyable watch for different reasons as Lacazette picks it up. A tactical battle. It's in towards Mkhitaryan, the chance for the equaliser.
Wow,
what a save that is from Petacek, and what a chance wasted, but it's still in the danger area. Saved by Petacek again. And Ricky, that's a huge, huge moment in this match.
It is, and Mkhitaryan, and he went straight at the goalie though, didn't he? He had options, and right here I thought he could lay this back. He had numbers, tried to just squeeze it in. That could become costly.
You don't get many chances against a world champion. And it's a huge moment in this match that's come and gone. But still, Ricky, he has just a one goal to turn around with 25 minutes or so, and it's in towards us. A wasted set piece, of course, but he's still well and truly in this encounter. And Etorrito will be looking over his shoulder here.
Yeah, this hasn't been one-sided at all. Very, very even. In fact, this second half, you probably fancy the Indonesians to possibly grab this equaliser. Here is a chance for Willock. He's looking for those balls over the top. Etorrito's got to keep on his guard. Cleared away. Willock picks it up, lays it inside. Aubameyang pickpocketed away, and now's a chance.
Koscielny up towards Aubameyang. Now, Lacazette, you know that Etorrito feels that one extra goal could be the difference. He's getting a little bit, you feel, worried by this period of play, because it is all Feiden in the last 5 to 10 minutes or so as Aubameyang picks it up, twists and turns, finds Kolasinac. The tempo, the pressure, the pace of the play is increasing minute by minute for the Indonesian, the 16-year-old wonderkid, and he's forced another corner, and pressure is really, really mounting.
Yeah, this is, I think, the third corner for him now. 15 minutes left, though. Time is not on his side. He needs a good delivery. You have to get this away from the goalie. I think he's going to possibly lay this on the edge of the box, but he's got to do something different. No, he's gone for the near post. Hasn't worked out for him. And Etorrito now, but Adam he can't get the ball, Etorrito.
He really can't. It's almost roles reversed of what we saw in the opening 15 to 20 minutes or so in this game as Aubameyang turns it in towards Mkhitaryan. 5 seconds then, just inches away from finding his fellow Arsenal compatriot, and that would have been surely a huge shooting chance. 10 minutes, a chance on the counter-attack for Etorrito to wrap this game up. Lacazette can't find Nketiah. He's almost given it straight away. He has. It's Lacazette. It's Nketiah. He's got support in the middle. He's back towards Lacazette. It won't be. Saved by Leno. And finally we breathe a sigh of relief here. That was another chance this time for Etorrito.
Yeah, great save by Leno. Edge of your seat stuff. And yeah, Etorrito will take that now. Just calm the nerves. A little bit of a break for him. Time is ticking away. He's only got 9 minutes to put himself into the final. But I've been very, very impressed by this young 16-year-old. He's just been great.
We were all talking how I'm not sure of the actual total numbers of the studio panel, but I'm pretty sure the majority went with Etorrito. I don't think many people thought it would be quite as close as this so far, though.
No, he's been very good defensively and attacking, and he's been unlucky. He's had a couple of chances. Mkhitaryan there off the line.
I'm still thinking about that Petacek save where either side of the goalkeeper, it's 1-1.
Yeah, it was, and now you can see the changes are being made. Etorrito's looking to...
What's he doing here, Ricky?
A little bit more. Well, he's going for the diamond formation, you know, pack it in the middle. whereas Faden's going for the 4-3-3, understandably so. He's playing a very deep line though. You can see how far the centre-backs are and the left and right back, because he knows how quick Etorrito does counter. But I feel at this stage, of 9 minutes left, just keep the ball somehow. And if there's danger, hit the corners.
Yeah, it is that game management period now, that final 8 minutes, and you would expect someone of Etorrito's calibre, the experience, he should be able to see this game out. But we've seen Faden do it before.
Yeah, and as I said, that might be in the back of Etorrito's mind, because
he's looked a bit jittery, hasn't he?
Yeah, they have similar style of play. Etorrito's very quick, plays tiki-taka, and Faden's doing the same to him. He's very patient when he builds play up. He just needs a little bit of luck. Can he find it? He's got 9 minutes to find out.
Absolutely. I'd like to hear what his fellow broken silence compatriot Alex Salgathiel has to say about this game afterwards, because it'd be interesting to see whether he's seeing what we're seeing, and whether Etorrito has, you know, he's shown these sort of weaknesses in terms of that jittery fragility, just the fine margins of a 1-0 before, maybe when they've been playing each other.
Yeah, very true, very true. But yeah, we're still looking at the tactics. Obviously, this is nail-biting stuff, and then they need to take as much time as they can. I'm sure their palms are rather sweaty, just like myself, just watching the game. So I can't imagine them.
You know yourself as well, Ricky. Obviously, you play a lot of PES. You know, these fine details, that whether it is just a slight positional change, one player here and there change, I mean, we've seen. I'm trying to think back 2 games when Lacazette came on, and then fresh legs completely open. I think it was Faden's game actually, where he equalised in the last minute. He brought 2 players on. I think it was Welbeck and Lacazette, and those fresh legs really completely changed the period of play, and he was able to grab that goal. So it's a huge moment in this match, and that's why it's taking so long, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe that might be the reason, unless there's some sort of issues elsewhere. We haven't had anything in there, but yeah, we're getting it underway. But yeah, bringing on fresh legs is massive. It happens in PES, you know, the stamina does play an important part. Either way, Etorrito now to take the corner. If he can get something out of this, get that 2-goal lead.
Would you hold it in the corner here?
I mean, maybe I would, probably, but that's not Etorrito at all. He's not going to play that. He's a very gun-ho type of player, but he does have a lot of experience. He knows what to do. He's been in this situation before.
He has.
It's a tricky opponent.
It is indeed, as Welbeck finds Willock a chance to play it out towards John Jules. The fresh legs of John Jules. He's into the area. Surely is a chance.
Wow.
Oh, what a challenge from Socrates, but it was those fresh legs, Ricky, which almost paved the way for the equaliser.
That's fractions, isn't it? If he just gets ahead of the defender, it's a one-on-one. You would expect him to score, but Etorrito showing his experience defensively.
Huge challenge. It really was a huge moment in the match.
Yeah, and we've got, what, a few more changes to be made. Only 5 minutes in this. This is the semi-final. It's not even a final, but it's being played like one. And it's been launched high, but it's a little bit wayward, isn't it?
Yeah, that's disappointing. I think even Faden, after that momentum was really building, it's almost completely had his stomach punched out, really, with that. And Etorrito has a chance to breathe again, and he's going to go again with a long ball downfield towards Nketiah now. One back by Lacazette. Chance to play it back to Nketiah. 4 minutes are all that stand between the world champion from going through to the finals of the PES World Finals 2019. Is Hector Bellerin. Chance to hold it in the corner. This is the smart play, but he's going to twist and turn. You said yourself, Ricky, he just doesn't want to do that. He wants to go for that next level goal, but now he's going to, I mean, it's surely game over here. We're into injury time at the end of the second half of the first semi-final, as Petr Cech runs all the way to the corner, and surely Etorrito, last year's world champion, is going to the final. He's almost made a horrific mistake there, and still the pressure's on, and surely the referee has the whistle to his lips, and Etorrito's into the final.
Unbelievable. He says, keep it calm. We have it, but that was not easy. And I'll tell you what, we're going to see this young lad again, because he has been sensational in this tournament.
And I think Etorrito knows that. You're seeing scenes there of the